Well, good morning, class. We are now in Part B, and in savings, we'll be focusing our attention on savings in this short lecture. Uh, a lot of questions always ask us, how much should you be saving? Well, the minimum, what the question of most financial experts will tell you that the minimum is 10% of your gross income. So, for example, if you're making $1,000 on your paycheck per, say per month, okay, make it very simple, that would equal $100 that you would put in your savings for every $1,000 paycheck you would have. So if you did that for a year, you would have $1,200 saved away. If you did it for 5 years, you would have $6,000. If you did that for 10 years, you have $12,000, and that's minus any interest you would have on that. But that kind of gives you an understanding about how savings continues to be added, and then once you use compound savings on that, you really start getting moving pretty fast. That's why it's so important that you start saving when you're younger instead of wait till until you get a lot older. When we look at tracking spending and evaluation results, what we try to do is we track your spending habits. Well, you should be tracking your spending habits and get an idea of where you are spending money at. And that way you can have a better understanding about where your money is going, or if you're throwing away your money away in some, really not a very good pit that you shouldn't be throwing your money at. For example, maybe a monthly membership fee at a gym that you never go to. I had a friend that had a membership for 5 years, went there out of 5 years twice, he said. Those are things you would look at. Do you buy coffee every morning, do you buy the very expensive type, and there you could probably get away saving some money there by making your own, or maybe getting at the office. The other thing is you look for places that you waste money, that you really don't. You can tighten up your budget so that you can actually put more money into your savings. The very concept about saving is pay yourself first. That's what saving is. When you work, whatever you do, you pay yourself first. The idea is it's not new by far, but it's a way of having a consistent savings plan. If you get a raise, add that money to what you are putting aside. If you work overtime, use it overtime, put it in a savings. What you would try to do is put into a play or a habit of having savings. Paying yourself first is always an important thing. You may have a company savings plan. They may have a 401k plan for your retirement, or open up a RIA. You may want to have, usually you want to have a direct deposit for these retirement savings accounts, because it doesn't tempt you from spending the money before it gets to that point. The other thing is that you want to look at is you need to forget the plastic. Limit yourself to 1 or 2 credit cards, which are the best rates, and use them only in major purchases or in emergencies if you don't have cash with you. But pay off your credit card balances monthly should be always your goal, and that's how you develop it. A lot of people say they should have a 1-2 card plan, which is basically if you, 1 card for your family and 2 card for your business expenses. That's why you can keep those things separated without taking care, without having problem with family things, but make sure that the business is taken care of as well. You want to also look at look for lower prices and discount sales, coupons. Avoid paying surcharges or late fees, or those ATM fees. Every time you take out $20 or $40, you have to pay $3 or $5 or $2, things of that nature. You want to make sure you stay away from impulse buying, that you spend your money before you actually have a place to save it. Look to save your money at home. Look for lowering your mortgage rates, or refinance. You want to look at paying off your home as soon as possible. The faster you pay it off, the more of that money can be put into savings. Pay off a loan faster. Always, you pay off that, which means you pay your loan off faster, whatever loan it is. You pay less interest. So those things are very important. You save on your utilities. You can go ahead and look at things like phone bills, electric bills. What can you do to cut back on those things as well? You buy appliances that are energy savings, and so those things are all important that you have on that. So those are some things real quickly about how you find ways in which you put away savings. You may be car smart by making sure you have a good mechanic that you can trust, and that you know that you can make repairs on, and you may decide not to have a second or third car that you really don't use a whole lot. you want to get everybody on board, and no matter if it's your personal life, your family, or business, or partnership, you want to make sure everybody has the same kind of saving money plan to establish good spending habits with everybody within that environment or household that you're dealing with. That's always the important part. Always read the fine print, and always look through your statements, your bills, because credit cards have made mistakes, and sometimes you may be paying for something on your credit card that you may not know, like a monthly fee for something that you join, or an application fee. You want to keep track of those things, because customers lose millions of dollars a year throughout many customers use millions of dollars because of small things like 99 cents, $1.99, $12, $9, and not realize they're being charged for something. There's some good ideas for savings, that if just some basic idea savings, like a penny bottle, for example. You put all your pennies in, and at the end of the year you deposit that into the bank, or a coin jar. Savings bonds are great because you buy savings bonds and you can't cash it. You can't cash a savings bond in for 1 year, so that kind of holds you from having to wanting to cash in on that. Make sure your paycheck is deposited, and that way that you have ability to pay your bills first. Open a holiday account so that you can have money for the holiday season, which, when we talked to you earlier, November, December are really big months for spending, and this is a good way to offset those things. And look for extra money that you have someplace. If you have a holiday account, if you put $10 a week away, that'd be $40 a month. That'd be about $480 a year you'd have for holiday spending. You look at an average coin jar. An average person will collect $872 per year in coins, which they didn't realize they can. And that's something you should look at, because so many people just throw coins around, put them in an ashtray and things of that nature. But if you collect it in a bottle someplace and have it, it'd be surprising how much money you have at the end of the year or every 6 months when you go and deposit that. So that's the end of Part B, savings. We will go on to Part C here in a few minutes, and thanks for listening. Thanks. Bye now.